Yeah, definitely. So it looks like the runners are off here. Let's see what Uncle has to say. Well, excuse me, Princess.
I love that from the old TV show, and we have bombs, so no one's going to be farming up the normal enemies unless they want extra ones.
But that's good. I think that's a good thing. We'll see them, with their execution, they'll be going pretty much as fast as they can through the escape, and then we'll see where they deviate from there. I've seen both of these players in action, and I know they can make a lot of interesting choices when it comes to their routing. So I'm excited to see where they go after escape. $20 rupees.
There's those rupees. Not quite the starting chest, though.
Close. Close, but no cigar. And interestingly, both players picking up a little bit of magic here, like hedging their bets on maybe finding some sort of cool magical item in escape. What do you think about picking up some early magic?
I always like to do at least one pot worth, but usually that's because I'm throwing the pot to try to kill one of these guards for more bombs. And Koper just got a 4th bomb there.
Yeah, that's great for jkoper there. You do need a number of bombs after escape, jumping into Kakariko Village and heading south towards Mini Moldorm Cave and the Ice Rod Cave. So if they do choose to check those things early on, that'll come in handy. But they're not hurting for bombs right now. Although jkoper's hurting for health. He's at 1 heart. He needs to be a little bit careful here.
There's this heart coming up. Maybe he'll pick up the pot and toss it at the guard.
Yeah, hopefully he plays it a bit safe here. We don't want to see anybody die and escape.
Oh no! The fall.
The commentator's curse strikes again. But it looks like he's doing alright.
The 5-arrow upgrade, not that interesting. Could be useful later if you never find silvers and you need arrows, but...
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad thing to have. Man, jkoper, bro, you need to watch your health right now. I'm getting scared.
Well, there's 3 pots in the dungeon. You know, take some time, heal up. And DoDeChehedron just slashing that guard into oblivion. And more bombs.
Wow, lots of bombs. A very explosive seed so far. And yeah, hopefully jkoper can slide by this guard here and grab himself some health.
So maybe a pot and 4 slashes then, since he used up his other pots.
Yeah, very nicely executed. And he'll be grabbing himself some more bombs. And, I mean, while DoDeChehedron is a little bit ahead, this lead is very trivial in the grand scheme of things. Routing really makes a big difference when it comes down to it, and making those calculated gambles and things. So
yeah, there've been some tight seeds, but for the most part, it's usually more than just 20 or 30 seconds that someone wins by. Not to say that people don't win by only 20 or 30 seconds.
Oh, we've seen those really tight races where it's only 10, 20 seconds apart. Those are crazy hype, crazy cool to see. But oftentimes a lot of these races come down to, this person made this gamble or forgot to check this item or something like that. Sometimes those things happen, and sometimes that can be a deciding factor in the race.
Let's see if DoDeChehedron kills a bunch of snakes. I always like to, but, they've got a bunch of bombs already. Yeah, just enough to get by.
Yeah, you can see DoDeChehedron pretty much ignoring these enemies and going straight for the chest with 300 rupees in it. It's getting a little worried that these guys weren't finding money, but man, the hookup is real. That's gonna definitely help them get the bottle vendor in town and eventually save up for Zora.
Yep, and I like to always fake flippers to Zora if I have the money, so that's a good start for that.
Ooh, yeah, we could definitely see that gamble pay off for these guys. Definitely a good strategy because you can check the item on the ledge, and I mean if they actually find flippers, then they can actually collect it too.
Brian hiding out in one of these chests here in the escape.
I like it. Brian hanging out with a burrito. Looks like DoDeChehedron's going to get a really nice escape time here. Sub 6 minutes is very exceptional time. jkoper actually right behind him. He's gonna, despite him falling, he's gonna have an excellent time here as well.
Yeah, I don't think I've run a sub 6 minute escape when I've got those bombs. So like that's really fast. Well, at least a lot better than I can do.
Same here. Props to both of these guys. So it looks like DoDeChehedron is electing to head north here towards the Lumberjack Cave. This is a pretty typical route. You know, if you need to defeat Aghanim to collect this item, you want to know as soon as you can.
Oh, and we might get a south... Ooh, that tree pole. Those rupees. But it looks like Koper's going south to Dam, maybe? And Lake Hylia?
Yeah, definitely a cool play here by jkoper. I really like it. You know, kind of mixing things up, trying a new strategy that we do see some people employ, but I see more people heading to Kakariko on average. So it'll be exciting to see what these guys find and how pushes them in their routes.
It was a full heart at Dam.
At Lumberjack.
20 rupees at Dam, but full heart at Lumberjack.
See 5 bomb upgrade in the mushroom spot here. And we're going to the Thieves' Hideout for DoDeChehedron. 50 rupees. Man, pretty rich seed so far.
Oh, there's your bug net.
Awesome. That early net. Nothing but net. Here we go, mini Moldorm Cave for jkoper. DoDeChehedron's likely heading to Blind's house.
I would say we'll see what he gets, but it is Blind's house.
Fair enough. Man, it's so nice having so many bombs this early for both of these guys. They don't really have to worry about purchasing any. And see a Power Gloves from DoDeChehedron. Red Boomerang on jkoper's side.
Yeah, those Power Gloves, that's a nice pickup.
So, you know, knowing that you have the Power Gloves, where would you kind of stop off?
You know,
after counting?
I still like the South Lake Hylia route. There's just so many items in that one cave that jkoper came out of. But there's a lot more in town to do, so we'll see.
It's like jkoper's going for some fake flippers.
Probably to Hobo, since he doesn't have the rupees for Zora.
That's right.
Oh, and boots.
Ooh, Pegasus boots for DoDeChehedron. It's definitely going to give him a little bit of an edge here, speeding through things here in town and just in general.
Did you see Shovel on the island there?
I did. That's exciting. The knowledge from jkoper may pay off big time if he does head over there and get it and something is in the Haunted Grove.
Yeah, I can really dig that. Oh!
Oh, the guard sniped him on the bridge. If you do get hit while in fake flippers, you do die, as opposed to getting soft lock, which is the norm in the original game. So at least you can still continue, but that's a bummer. See a mirror shield in the bar bottle chest.
Yeah, Kakariko seems pretty worthwhile at the moment.
Quite lucrative, and jkoper electing to go back. Interesting choice.
I don't know if I would have done it, but you know, it all depends on what's at Hobo, right?
Yeah, this could pay off huge for him.
Look, there's a bottle in the library, so you can go back to Sick Kid right away.
Not just any bottle. We've got a B bottle. That's a weapon right there.
You know, there's no B bottle on this tracker.
It's unfortunate. Looks like DoDeChehedron, realizing that he has that bottle, is going to go check the Sick Kid. It's a wise decision, you know, while you're still around town. And jkoper making his way back to Hobo. Let's hope those guards play a little nicer this time.
Oh, the thing, the bow.
The diseased kid. D for disease, right? That's what we say in the biz. You gotta always call the D.
Hobo has just a little bit of love, not even a lot of love there.
And here comes DoDeChehedron. He's going to be racing with those boots to the dam now, so he is following in jkoper's footsteps.
Have we seen a map yet between either of these
I don't believe so. I have not seen one.
You know, because I would have looked at a map after getting the bow there. Oh, and I clicked the wrong thing on the tracker. Get that updated.
Now, what's interesting here is there are the bonk rocks west of Sanctuary that may be on jkoper's radar because he's already done the south part of the map, so he may end up checking that, and that could potentially give him a nice advantage. Does pick up some nice rupees here as well.
DoDeChehedron says that he doesn't want the net at all. He's going for a net time gain if he doesn't have to pick that up.
He's going for everything but net, I guess. He's going to grab himself a red boomerang as well, while jkoper finds the pretty much dud items in the Lost Woods.
Yeah, I think we'll see DoDeChehedron check Ice Cave here because he has boots.
Definitely a decent idea. I mean, you can get there pretty quickly. You have the bombs to do it. Why not just knock it out of the way, get it done, and then if he wants, he can head back and fake flippers, or he could do something else. There's a lot of options right now. Eastern Palace is in play. They can go up to Death Mountain. Again, the bonk rocks west of Sanctuary is an option for DoDeChehedron here. Seemed like a wise choice heading to the Ice Rod Cave with those silver arrows sitting in there.
That's going to make Eastern even faster if he decides to go that way.
Well, he does have the bow, so those are online immediately. So here comes the fake flippers from DoDeChehedron. He's close to the rupee count needed for Zora, but he's not quite there.
I think he might take the same path that jkoper took and just go check Hobo.
Does get the intel on that shovel. That could be a really important thing to remember here.
You know, if it's a required item, the first person to get it might just be burying the competition.
So we see a map here, Desert Palace Blue Pendant, Crystal 1 in Tower of Hera, and Crystal 4, I believe, in Eastern Palace. So we have 2 crystals here in the Light World. That means we're going to have 2 pendants in the Dark World, which is exciting. We'll have to see what those are. jkoper, happy with his newfound red shoes. He's going to the chicken house. Tosses some chickens around.
So maybe DoDeChehedron's going to go up to Death Mountain, but check those bonk rocks on the way. Oh, yep, okay. I thought he was dashing the other way for a second.
Yep, a good play by him. jkoper gonna get himself a shiny mirror shield. Whoa! Titan's mitts in bonk rocks west of Sanctuary. That is a fantastic find.
Yeah, that really helps out, getting those Titans early. You know, you can get all the lift rocks.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that actually doesn't really progress them right now, though. At the moment, once they find the Moon Pearl or maybe like a flute and a mirror, then they can take advantage of that.
Yeah, but it's making Aghanim look less and less required, unless one of those items is on the pyramid there.
Indeed. Yeah, we'll just have to see where that Moon Pearl is.
Well, there's that flute.
There's the flute! There's one piece of the puzzle.
Oh, and the spin speed from DoDeChehedron. That's nice.
Very nicely executed. jkoper does get that bow. I'm sure he's happy he went over to Sick Kid immediately. That might put him in the direction of Eastern Palace. It looks like he may also follow in the footsteps of DoDeChehedron and head towards the bonk rocks. He'll be happy for getting those Titan's mitts.
And did you see the book here in Spectacle Rock? Oh, he's skipping the bonk rocks.
Oh no! jkoper, hope you remember those at some point soon. Looks like he's checking up on the lumberjacks.
He's just gonna find the love that they've hidden here.
So this could be pointing them in the direction of Desert Palace with that book. But the thing is, they don't have a fire source, so they can't complete it. But it's also a pendant, so is that something that you would think you'd go for here?
I would just do Eastern. If you've got the bow, and there's Sahasrara still to check.
Now, interestingly, DoDeChehedron's going back to town while jkoper is getting bodied by all the birds, but he's remembering these bonk rocks, so this is fantastic for him. I'm sure he's relieved to have remembered this spot, and he'll be rewarded those Titan's mitts. Ah, DoDeChehedron is activating the flute. Great play.
And maybe jkoper is going to go heal up here.
Good. Oh. It looks like he's going to the Cape Grave, the King's Tomb.
Ooh, King's Tomb.
Ooh, quick thinking there after picking up the Titan's mitts. Knows he has access to this place right here. Great routing. Oh, we have our next fetch quest with a mushroom. Very cool.
Yep, and if that mushroom's worth it, this could really pay off.
Could be a big play from jkoper.
Yeah, we see DoDeChehedron fluting to desert. There's the upgraded sword there, the Master Sword, on the ledge.
That's pretty nice. That does give them access to Aghanim. Meanwhile, he's going into Aghanim's cave. jkoper forgetting to turn in that mushroom.
Having some item menu trouble there. With so few items, it doesn't go the way you want it to sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the item menu can be really finicky depending on what you have. You have to kind of alter your play on the fly based on that. Oh, the Butter Sword! Well worth his time.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that Master Sword now, that's for sure. And he has enough rupees for Zora, so it looks like he's checking that out while he's here.
This is fantastic routing from jkoper. Like, immediately after getting those Titan's mitts, going to the King's Tomb, going to the Witch, going to Zora. Now, he won't be able to collect the item on the ledge here if it is required.
Unless it's
but at least he'll have that information. True. Good point. We've seen a number of seeds in this tournament with vanilla flippers. But 300 rupees on the ledge. It's a nice pickup, but it's not really required.
So the 2 items in desert, we've seen 300 rupees in bombs, so we know desert isn't required unless that pendant is needed. Oh, mirror at Zora.
Wow! Huge play from jkoper here, heading to Zora. Grabs himself the mirror. That means his Death Mountain traversal will be amazing. I think that's where he's going right now.
So I'm not really sure. I think I got it mixed up. Maybe I miscounted items wrong in desert. Bombs was 1, and the bomb upgrade is the other. There we go.
Okay.
So he should know if he's been counting that the 2 items are done for desert.
But I think he's gonna want to go get that Master Sword because he doesn't know about the Butter Sword. So I imagine he's gonna go pick that up right now.
It's always nice to get boots early. You can zoom around.
Especially for these straightaways in like Desert Palace and Eastern Palace. Yeah, even in Tower of Hera, there's a couple straightaways that boots can really help out a lot in. I mean, everybody loves boots, but, you know, especially in the early game, just a lot of straightaways. Makes routing really nice.
Yep, can really improve your bonk count. Get them too late, you can't get those numbers up. Oh, all the cabbages.
Fortunately, he did deliver the old man, so he will have that restart point there, so it's not a big time loss. And DoDeChehedron using that spin speed to head over to Eastern Palace.
Yeah, I would have done this a little while ago, though. Can't say that they've made some bad choices because they've got a lot of good items. But I like the blocked by the squirrel.
Death Mountain is just not cooperating with jkoper right now, but he's making some juke plays on these cabbages and the squirrels. So very nicely done.
So first chest in Eastern is a burrito.
Yum.
But I'm pretty sure we'll just see DoDeChehedron complete it here.
It's a crystal, you know, and there's 3 items here. You might as well get it done. Looks like jkoper's gonna go pick up his Book of Mudora. And he will be able to check that Ether Tablet since he does have the Butter Sword.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice timing for that part of the route.
Both of these players do have the ability to check the Master Sword pedestal as well. I don't know if we'll see that anytime soon, but that would be pretty cool to see.
And he got a B.
Wow, he caught a B. Very nicely done. It's pretty funny that the bee just kind of like follows you around and kind of trolls you if you want to try to catch anything else.
Well, and he can do Hera if the big key's not in the basement. So this could really be interesting here, depending on what items are in Hera versus what items are in Eastern. I think we've seen a few of the items in Eastern already.
Right, and in theory, Hera may be incompletable, depending on if they need a fire source to access the top portion of Hera.
And if that's the case, and Hera's incompletable and doesn't give them progression, if Eastern doesn't give them progression, then it really could be an Aghanim seed.
Could be. I don't know if they've checked Sahasrala's hut, though, yet.
Oh, correct. They haven't. They haven't.
So we still have 3 items to look at there. And actually, with the mirror now in play, they have the rocks
Mire.
in the northeast part of Mire area. Exactly. See a full heart here, down where the key normally is.
And the big key, so he will be able to at least beat up Moldorm.
Yeah, and we've already seen one of the 2 items here in Hera. Fortunately, DoDeChehedron not finding too much in Eastern Palace, but they're quick checks, and you're doing this dungeon anyways for the crystal, so jkoper will likely end up doing this at some point soon.
And
remember, jkoper doesn't have silvers.
I think there's still 1 item left in Eastern, so it could be at Argus here. Something
Armos,
useful.
yeah.
Armos, sorry, yep. Oh, Cane of Samaria.
Wow, that is a nice find in Tower of Hera. It doesn't give them immediate progression, but man, knocking that out of the list is pretty nice. And then the blue mail for DoDeChehedron from the Armos Knights.
Both useful items. One's progression and one just prevents you from dying. Or helps, at least.
Yeah, these guys don't have a lot of hearts right now, so it's definitely not bad. Buttersword making quick work of Moldorm here. Now DoDeChehedron deciding where to next.
Oh, DoDeChehedron didn't check Sahasrahla, though.
I don't think so. He's thinking a little bit. He was thinking about doing Aghanim, I think, but then he changed his mind. Did jkoper check Ether Tablet?
I think so. I think it was a heart piece.
Okay. It was a heart piece. Okay, just making sure. Oh, is DoDeChehedron checking the Master? No. He's heading to the Dark World, but he's going to be a bunny.
Oh, he's just getting the map.
Interesting. So we see Turtle Rock pendant, green pendant, and Skullwood's red pendant. So what does that mean for us, Triple Z?
Well, no T-Rock. But it could mean that Sahasrahla has an item that would be amazing.
Could be pretty cool. We could see these guys head into these dungeons, but also Fire Rod might not be required. Which is a really interesting point with both of these dungeons being pendants. Assuming nothing required is in them. They could use Bombos if they find it to get into Ice Palace.
So it looks like DoDeChehedron here is going over to King's Grave, King's Tomb.
Hopefully this puts him on the path to Zora, which we know will give him the mirror.
And jkoper's bunnying around in the Dark World here.
This is a good play. It's pretty much, other than the Eastern and Sahasrahla areas, one of the only things we don't know about. Oh, magic powder. Interesting. Now that doesn't give them immediate progression because you need to pair that with the hammer in the light world, or if you are not a bunny, you can use mirror. But likely jkoper will head into desert.
Yep. He's got the mirror so he can easily go out and in. Gets his butter again. Because you cannot downgrade your sword.
Yep, and I like this routing, kind of jumping into the back entrance of desert. It's a pretty cool way to enter into desert. DoDeChehedron gonna be happy he came over here. Sees the 300 rupees, I'm sure he's like, oh no. But once he gets to that Zora item, he's gonna be really happy. And that'll probably put him on the path to Hera.
Yep. Yeah, and then Koper has to do Eastern there, so we might actually see them take 2 different paths and end up in the same place.
That's right. I think that's all they can check at this point, so they pretty much have to do Aghanim.
Well, did we see the Sahasrara check?
Oh, right, the Sahasrara chest. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Man. Those are definitely important items. 3 items. Outstanding items. Yeah, no one is ahead at this point, for sure.
And if you were item counting, yep, there he goes. Mirror's out.
He's out of here.
I expect him to fly off to Eastern right now.
Checking his map. Now, jkoper has not checked the Ice Rod Cave, remember that, so he does not have silver arrows.
And depending on how much he finds the items, he may never check there.
True. You don't need silver arrows to beat the game. Just a nice convenience to have. Alright, DoDeChehedron getting the piece of heart from the gods. And here's Sahasrara. We might see him again once these guys beat Turtle Rock, right?
That's what we're all hoping for. Oh, Sahasrara has nothing. We know Aghanim is required then, right?
I think so. They really need a Moon Pearl at this point.
Is there anything else other than Moon Pearl that would progress them? I don't think so.
Hook shot. That's
Hook shot. Yep.
Or hammer. Or hammer.
Okay, so hook shot, hammer, or Moon Pearl. Which of the 3 do you think is going to be on that pyramid?
Since I called out hook shot first, I'll say hook shot. That'll give them access to the east side of Death Mountain.
I'm going to go for hammer, just so they have to take the longer way to get to the east side of Death Mountain.
That's fair. I mean, that'll give them access to a very lucrative area, and with the Titansmiths, they can pretty much fully clear everything there. So, should be pretty good for both of them. But we could still have plenty of troll to come, guys. Don't worry. There's a lot of outstanding items right now. While Turtle Rock is a pendant dungeon, it may still be required. And that means they would need a medallion for that. They definitely need a medallion for Misery Mire. They don't need the Ice Rod. They potentially don't need the Fire Rod, which is really interesting here. But they will need those flippers. And, of course, hammer, hook shot.
So DoDeChehedron's up in the crystal count, but he still hasn't checked Sahasrara. So, will he check that before going to fight Aghanim, or is he going to just go straight to Aghanim?
I really do wonder. I mean, I'm sure he's happy he went to Hera here. I mean, he did get the Cane of Samaria, which is fantastic for him. jkoper's showing off some cool sword beam strats in that room to kill those invisible Stalfos. I like it.
Oh, no, he's going to check Desert first, right? He still has to check the northeast side.
Good point, good point. He'll find himself the powder, which could be required.
And
have
Desert,
to dodge this bird, this deadly bird.
Mire is Bombos.
Alright, so we know at least one medallion that they will need. DoDeChehedron doing some quick thinking. Switch it over to the mirror. That'll despawn that vicious pterodactyl.
So I think in Vitor's race, we actually saw someone try to super bunny into the caves or the chests in Mire, but neither of the racers here deciding to do that.
Yeah, with mirror, you can definitely do that, but it takes some precision to do that. Looks like DoDeChehedron gonna skip those Sahasrara chests, and he'll be the first onwards to Aghanim. Not gonna see any Swaggin' strats from him. He skipped that bug net. Keep that in mind.
And in this case, the skip of the Sahasrahla works out, but sometimes you don't want to do that.
Yeah, if there was a Moon Pearl there, he would be kicking himself.
And I've seen some pretty worthwhile things at Sahasrahla. Using those silver arrows to good effect here in the tower.
Maybe he just knows that Sahasrahla will be required for later.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna pick them up then.
And so he'll just pick them up later. Yeah, exactly. Just quickly finish up Turtle Rock, and then head over there. Alright, a silverless Armos fight for jkoper. Goes pretty well. He's rewarded with that blue mail and a crystal.
So, I think the only option for him is Aghanim at this point.
Yeah, he hasn't been to Ice Rod Cave, but that's about it.
Right.
Pretty much. The question is if he remembers that he hasn't checked it. So with pendants being in Turtle Rock, Skull Woods, and Desert Palace, what could be at the pedestal at this point?
Well, I think chat was saying, actually, Hookshot could be at pedestal. If you have the hammer, you can get over to T-Rock. You don't need the Hookshot for Skull Woods or Desert.
Yeah.
You could, of course, have the Bombos, assuming T-Rock is in Bombos.
Yeah, that would be good. We could do flippers too.
Oh yeah. Let's see. We know Lamp won't be there because Lamp is listed as a required item for Turtle Rock.
Right, Lamp cannot be. And technically Lamp isn't required, but it really depends on the comfort level of these players with their darkroom strategies. I mean, we could see like a medallion. Oh no, we can't see something weird. I was thinking like a medallion into a medallion, but I don't think that's gonna work. Because Turtle Rock would require,
But we could see something like Shovel into a medallion.
You could see the cape.
Ooh, the cape.
That would be pretty cool if the cape is at Master Sword pedestal into Bumper Cave. I kind of want to see that right now.
And here we go. We see the... Oh, it's the Moon Pearl.
It's the Moon Pearl. Immediate Dark World access for DoDeChehedron here. jkoper is going to be done here soon as well.
Interesting note, we could also have something at the Double-Chested Fairy.
I was thinking the same thing, man. Yeah, Thieves Town and Swamp have crystals 5 and 6, and that does unlock the Double-Chested Fairy, so that could be a big play for both of these guys as well. But they still need some items to complete Swamp.
DoDeChehedron opting not to go to Catfish and decides to go straight to town instead.
Not necessarily a bad choice. I mean, he's going to have that portal for defeating Aghanim anyways. At any time, he can head over to the east side of the Dark World pretty quickly. And this Village of Outcasts area is a pretty lucrative area, so I don't blame him for the decision. Ooh, the fire rod at the chess game.
There we go. First of the 2 rods that we need for Turtle Rock.
The Turtle Rock Dream. Into Master Sword pedestal. I mean, we gotta do Turtle Rock to get that Master Sword out, right? Or whatever's there.
Yep. Or the Sahasrara Dream.
That's right.
And another sword upgrade, but not really an upgrade from Butter.
Yeah, it's gotta be the Tempered Sword since we found the other 2. Looks like jkoper's gonna scope out the map here. Let's see where he heads. Maybe over to Catfish. This world is very open to these guys right now, since they do have the mirror and the Titan's mitts. They don't have the hammer, but they can still get around to a lot of places because they have defeated Aghanim.
Yeah, they might not be taking the quickest way. You know, if they had the hammer, there'd be some faster ways, but they can still get to the places.
DoDeChehedron delivering and reuniting the dwarves, getting a little love in return.
It looks like he's going to go for the powder, maybe?
He's trying to decide, because if you do go for the powder, you lose your portal.
Catfish only has 5 rupees there. jkoper is just warping out before the Catfish can even throw it at him.
Alright, and jkoper is heading back to the Dark World. Now, because DoDeChehedron has taken this path, he's going to have to remember to potentially come back with the hammer for these hammer pegs. Something that people can definitely forget if you don't have the hammer before you know, like, if you get the hammer after you do that section, it's easily forgettable.
Yeah.
And if an important item's there, then could be in trouble.
That chest from the dwarves' house is even less worth than the Catfish. 1 rupee.
These guys are not finding very much value right now, that is for sure. But they're heading to the same place. We see a little bit of sync here. jkoper hasn't been to a few chests in the Village of Outcasts, so we'll probably see him clean that up, get his fire rod.
Yeah, I think DoDeChehedron skipped C-shaped house, right?
I think you're right. And it looks like he wants to head up to Skull Woods. An interesting gamble, as it is a pendant dungeon, but he has the fire rod. He can complete it. Oh, changed his mind. Maybe the Master Sword pedestal was calling to him. He was thinking about checking it.
Both players checking the C house now.
Yeah, the sync is real. Little high five here. Now, Thieves Town is a play, and it looks like DoDeChehedron is going for Thieves Town, but they do not have the hammer. And if an important item is in the Thieves Town big chest, they will not be able to collect it here.
Yeah, and that could be really important to remember to come back later if they do need it. We'll have to keep a good eye on that item count.
Yeah, we already see a piece of heart here out of the gate. Another piece of heart, so 2 items down of, I believe, the 4 that are here in Thieves Town. jkoper barely having enough rupees to do the digging game. You do need 80. So he's going to be checking this out. I'm not sure if DoDeChehedron did this.
Let's see. Oh, the flippers.
Wow, nice pickup. This does enable them to pick up that shovel, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Which could actually be really important here.
And it looks like he's going this bottom route. Gonna check Stumpy and some of the Light World stuff. We've also seen 3 items in Steve's Town here.
Wow, that's a lot of early items. Yeah, kind of interesting that you need to dig up the flippers so you can collect your shovel.
Oh, he just skipped the stump kit?
Interesting choice. Maybe he's just super hype for Hype Cave. It looks like he wants to go for it, but at first he's going to make a pit stop over at the Bombos tablet. Oh, maybe he's going to grab the shovel and then he's going to check it all at once.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but sometimes the Light World, Dark World, you know, transitions aren't the easiest thing to manage.
Yeah, hopefully he has that route in mind and doesn't forget. That's the important thing. All right, let's get some hype in the chat for Hype Cave.
I'm excited. I think there's going to be something good here. They haven't got a lot in quite a while, so I'm expecting Hype Cave to have something for us. Ooh, Ether. Not required, but maybe if T-Rock needs it.
We're getting the pieces of the puzzle for T-Rock. I see a lamp! You need lamp for T-Rock, right? Right?
Yeah, consider it a required item.
Looks like DoDeChehedron is zooming through Thieves Town here. I think he realizes, you know, he can't check the big chest. He's just going to have to go fight blind while jkoper's picking up that shovel. He remembered. It's good on him. DoDeChehedron going for the graphical glitch here. You don't have a bright future, but he definitely brightened up Blind's day there.
Yeah, I have not seen that before, actually.
It's just a fun thing you can do.
Ooh, hack magic.
Very nice. And that means that, or at least I believe that means that he doesn't have to come back here.
I think that's correct. I think I've seen 4 items. 2 heart pieces, a bomb upgrade, and half magic.
Not much here from the Mire area. And he cannot get into Mire, so looks like he's going to have to go somewhere else. jkoper will have to leave. DoDeChehedron trying to figure out where he can go right now with what he has. What did he forget? What could he do?
Well, I'm sure he knows he has Thieves Town, but maybe he was just trying to get some more checks in. Overworld exploration, you know. Some of the dungeons you don't want to do if you don't have to. You know, Ice Palace, well, that's a pendant, but Swamp Palace, you know, if you can do that without having to do the right side, that's very nice.
Right, well, he is going to be able to enter Swamp Palace if once he gets his flippers here. Doing some spin speed digging strats, I like it. While jkoper's cleaning up the whole Dwarven Smith's path. So these players are going to have done very similar things with, I guess, DoDeChehedron having completed Thieves Town.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of an edge. A slight edge there. It's a fast dungeon, though, so...
It is. It definitely is. And jkoper has done a lot of overworld cleanup here. You know, he's headed down to Hype Cave, which we see DoDeChehedron doing. He picked up that shovel. He checked the Mire area. So he does have some more intel.
Hasn't used the shovel yet.
He has not. And I think maybe what he'll do here is he'll take the chest without fluting over.
Check Stumpy. Oh,
Check
Stumpy has
Stumpy.
Ice Rod.
The pieces of the puzzle, guys, are
Yep.
coming together. We just need a hammer to get into Turtle Rock.
A
Toss us
hammer.
a hammer.
And we can hope that the pendant is ether. That would be great, right? How troll would it be for something to be in that first chest of swamp? It happened in my race.
I did want some Turtle Rock action, but yeah, that would be pretty amazing troll. If one of these players gambles for it and it pays off, that could be pretty crazy. Looks like jkoper's just gonna flute to 7 here. Kind of makes sense.
DoDeChehedron gonna check Hype Cave, almost certainly.
There's still a lot of places to check. These guys do have access to Ice Palace at
They
this
have
point,
access to
but
Pod,
they don't have the
right?
hammer to complete it. They have access to Pod, but they don't have the hammer to complete it. Interestingly, they still don't have access to Turtle Rock. Like, they can't get to the right side of Death Mountain. See DoDeChehedron picking up his lamp. I'm sure he's happy about that. They're in the Hype Cave, and jkoper's going for Thieves Town.
And DoDeChehedron may be going for the shovel. Yeah, I think that's the only thing he can get from this side.
He can swim to Palace of Darkness as well. But I imagine he's going to cash in on this shovel.
Do you think he's gonna try to use it right away?
Yeah, I think so. When you find a fetch quest item, you know, that can pay off quite a bit. Especially if it's a bit out of the way like this one was. And these guys have probably been thinking about it the whole game. When you find something like that, you're like, okay, this could really help my progression, because they're missing some important items here. Hookshot and hammer are very big items to be missing right now.
Yep, hookshot, hammer, and bombos. Actually, the 3 items that they need to finish.
Yep. Unless they need Quake for Turtle Rock.
Unless they need something for
Which
Turtle
Rock has something else they need. Or if Cape is required. There's all sorts of crazy stuff in play.
So DoDeChehedron's thinking here a little bit, trying to figure out where he wants to go. Gonna check those items in the side of Meyer here.
Yeah, he's catching up to jkoper's overworld exploration here, so these guys are going to be on pretty even footing at this point. Now remember, jkoper still does not have the silver arrows in Ice Rod Cave. That was kind of a nice pickup from DoDeChehedron that speeded up his, Armos fight and his traversal. I'm sure it'll help with some boss fights later.
But DoDeChehedron hasn't checked Sahasrahla. Not that
He is
it
not.
had anything good, but...
So where would you go here?
I would probably go... Ooh... I don't know, Pod maybe. I know it's a dungeon I have to complete, so I know I'm going to be getting that big key. So you might as well do some of the work to get some of the big key there. And it does have a bunch of chests that you can check.
That's definitely fair. We could see a vanilla hammer, potentially. Looks like DoDeChehedron's going to go clean up Catfish. And
Yeah,
there is some areas in the... There's the mirror spot in the graveyard here. Still is unchecked as well.
Yeah, he did spurn Catfish earlier, which ultimately is a good play, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah,
So
this is anyone's game right now. They're so neck and neck in terms of what they've checked and what they've done.
Yep, they're very
Big
close.
gamble could really pay off here. I mean, Skull Woods is in play right now. That's a place that they can go and complete.
2 easy items. Doesn't take very long to check them.
That's for sure. And while they're doing it, maybe, you know, check that Master Sword pedestal for us. Some quality rupees from Catfish there. And it looks like he's going to head to the graveyard with this routing, or maybe Pod.
Or can he get over to the other side?
Oh, you're right. He doesn't have the hook shot. So here's half magic for jkoper. Great pickup.
He's going to be happy
really nice to have.
That he doesn't have to come back to Thieves Sound as well.
He is, yeah. It's nice to have that off your mind.
So I could see someone, maybe jkoper here, checking Bumper Cave, checking. No. Okay, I was gonna say maybe he would check Bumper Cave and check Graveyard.
Oh, he's going Magic Bat.
Yep.
That's what he's doing. We know it's not important, but he did forget that in his routing. I forgot that. Man, these guys are really thorough with their Overworld cleanup.
Yeah, and here we are in Pod, so I think the options are north of Graveyard, Pod, and Skull Woods, right?
Ice Palace is in
Ice
play as
Palace
well,
is
which
in
is kind of
play.
trolly without the hammer, but man,
Oh.
if Hammer's in there, that could be crazy.
And also that first chest in Swamp.
Oh my goodness, the first chest in Swamp. Imagine if Swamp has hookshot and hammer. Imagine if that's the case.
Oh, that would be so
Crazy.
amazing.
Be a pretty epic troll. But I really want these guys to find that hammer, because then they can go do
T-Rock.
Turtle Rock potentially, but I'm sure they'll check all of the Death Mountain chests before they do that. Death Mountain is still unchecked right now.
I'm hoping for Bombos at Sahasrara. That's what I really want.
Oh my goodness, that would be so amazing.
And here, jkoper's going to check Bumper Cave for us. Let us know if, maybe? Is he going to... Nope, just zooms on by.
He is. I mean, he can't actually collect the items, so kind of makes sense, but it is good to have that info. Yeah, right now, the difference between these players is really only the silver arrows in terms of their item collection. See a fire shield here, north of Graveyard.
Yep, so where's jkoper going to go next?
Maybe he's going to check that Bumper Cave and head into Skull Woods. That could be kind of a routing decision here.
Oh, there's the Bombos in Pod.
Ooh. So that does add progression into Misery Mire now. So both these players can complete Misery Mire. You can use the boots to bonk over the hook shot, or what most people would use hook shot to get through. We could see hook shot in Misery Mire, which is kind of crazy. Or hammer.
Or hammer, yeah.
Looks like Bumper Cave did not pay off, and jkoper is going into Skull Woods. Might see that Master Sword pedestal here in a little bit. At this point, only hook shot could really be there.
Oh, that's the dream, right?
That is the dream. That is definitely the dream. Clever use of powder here in Palace of Darkness by DoDeChehedron. Filling up those hearts. Always good to stay healthy. Everything's doing a lot of damage here. See a cape? Yeah.
Yeah, too bad cape's not required.
Really nice safety item, though. Doesn't lag like the Kane of Brian.
I do like having Cape for Ganon. It just makes the fight really easy for scrubs like me.
Hey, with Cape and half magic, you tear through Ganon. There's the big key for DoDeChehedron. Remember, he cannot complete this dungeon without the hammer. And he is definitely bombing the wrong spot right now. He's getting a little lost in the
maze
in the dark maze here.
jkoper's having a little trouble with his bomb jumps too. Just throwing that bomb away. Doesn't even want it.
Oh, the hook shot here. That's unfortunate for Pedestal, my friends.
Yeah, for Pedestal, for T-Rock being required, we know T-Rock's not required. It's out.
It's out of here. I mean, it's still crazy that hammer is still an outstanding item.
Well, and you know, with DoDeChehedron getting those items, I think he's ahead here unless we get hammer in
Hammer in Skull Woods. Yeah, that could be pretty good for jkoper here. Then they both have different advantages. And I imagine that hammer advantage would lead jkoper to finding that hook shot in Palace of Darkness and just finishing it up immediately. So,
oh yeah, I would do pod if I had hammer. Though I might do the Death Mountain first. So
right, I mean, DoDeChehedron could go to Death Mountain right now and cash in on a bunch of items there. Maybe hammer's there. But he knows he can complete Mire. You know, why not just knock it out?
Yeah, chances are you're going to find something along the way, and it's not too much longer to check a few more chests. Oh, and the second item in Skull Woods is not worth it. Or is that the first item?
That was the second one, I believe, unfortunately, for jkoper here. But it's good that he checked that instead of going straight to Mothula. Decides not to check the pedestal. I suppose a wise decision, but I probably would have done it in his shoes.
Well, he doesn't know that Bombos couldn't be there.
Or hookshot.
Or hookshot, yep.
Right. Now, Fat Fairy is also out of play at this point because Swamp Palace is Crystal 6, I believe.
Yep, I have that written down here. Swamp Palace is Crystal 6. Thieves Town was Crystal 5.
Yep, and they need both hookshot and hammer to complete Swamp Palace, so there's no Fat Fairy required here. Really just looking for that hammer at this point. And jkoper will be happy to jump into pod here. He's going to find himself Bombos and the hookshot.
Yeah, definitely some serious value. Depending on how DoDeChehedron checks things and how jkoper checks things, he could make up some time if they go slightly different paths and jkoper finds the hammer first.
Yeah, again, Death Mountain is a very, very lucrative area that's open to them once they have that hookshot. So I wouldn't be surprised to see jkoper head there immediately and check for that hammer, because then he'll be in go mode. He can do Mire as quickly as he can. Although I'm not sure if DoDeChehedron's picked up the big key yet. It may be a big key, vanilla big key, chest big key. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think he's picked it up either.
It's a burrito. Quality burrito. So that'll definitely speed up jkoper's traversal.
He picks the correct way.
Yes, if he does find the hammer. Right now, DoDeChehedron's slightly ahead because he does have those items that jkoper is about to find, and he's about to finish up Meyer here. But it's still anybody's game. For that, looking for that hammer right now. That's all they need. Did you expect their final item to be hammer, Triple Z?
I did not, but it's one of those items that, as far as final items go, it's not actually as bad of an item, because it really limits the number of spots you can check.
That's a fair point. Yeah, because of not having it, it makes, you know, their options much more limited.
Oh, and it looks like DoDeChehedron did have the big key already, so he must have got that earlier on.
He must have, but he's just trying to be thorough here. Make sure he checks everything, because if he does find that hammer, then he's in go mode. He's good to go. Now, did jkoper skip the early part of pod here? Did he get bombos? I guess we'll have
I
to
don't
look
think
at
he did. That
Yeah.
was the vanilla big key spot, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think he's missed it.
Ooh, that could be rough.
This could come back to bite him. Hopefully he remembers to go back in. Because he's going to get the big key here.
Yep. And he's gonna get the big key, he's gonna get hook shot. And if he leaves now, he's not gonna be in go mode. Even if he finds a hammer.
Alright, please go back in, jkoper. Oh no. He's skipping it. Remember, he is going to have to come back here to finish up pod.
He is.
So hopefully he will remember to go there.
And he's going straight for Death Mountain. Like we thought
I like
he
the
would.
play. I think it's a good play. DoDeChehedron finding or finishing up Misery Meyer here, so he's got his 4th crystal.
Yep, and that's, you know, having to check all the chests definitely took some time, but you know, we'll see where he heads up to next.
It's looking like maybe Skullwoods, or maybe he's going to check out the graveyard and Bumper Cave. So those are things he hasn't checked out yet.
Yeah, I would be going straight to Death Mountain. There's so many items here. But I'm sure he won't be, it won't be long before he heads up there. Oh, nice
clip.
Yep.
Yeah.
I always like to see that clip. That's one of the tricks that I've learned throughout this tourney. You know, I didn't know how to do that before.
It's really cool to see all the tech that these players bring to the table.
Yeah, there's
learn a lot about the game.
So many things that I've learned just by watching these races.
Everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own tricks, and learn a lot. We're gonna see Hookshot Cave here in a second.
I think he'll do hook shot, then maybe do spiral. Oh, there's hammer.
There it is. He's still missing that bombos. If he had full cleared pod, he'd be in go mode. But there it is. There's that big hammer play.
Oh, and T-Rock is Bombos, so he won't be baited into it.
That's good news. For him, at least. See that quality green rupee there on the floating island? It looks like DoDeChehedron is likely going into Ice Palace. We know this is not going to be a fruitful endeavor. He will not be able to complete this dungeon. You'll be able to only check a few chests in here. So this could give jkoper the important time he needs to catch up.
Yeah, this
since he
could
does
be
have that hammer.
This could be really big. On the other hand, if jkoper thinks he's checked all of Pod and doesn't go back, he could be in a huge scavenger hunt.
Definitely. I'm not sure how many keys he had after finishing up there. So, like, maybe he'll be missing a key. Oh, no, but he can't be. There's, like, only a couple chests left. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see.
And there's Quake. Not that he needs it. But I guess we'll see full item completion. Maybe not all the bottles, but full tracker.
That's right. We may even see jkoper go into Ice Palace. That would be...
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. He can actually full clear it, so it would take even more time.
Yeah, I'm hoping he goes straight into Pod. Because he's like, I have the hammer, I can finish this up. Looks like he might be going for Spike Cave. Just cleaning out Death Mountain. It's a fair play. Oh, no, he's fluting away.
He just wanted the easy heal.
Old man kisses. That's really what you want.
Oh, he's gonna do Swamp, but he's gonna do a long Swamp.
It's a lucrative place to find things. I don't blame him, but I think the problem is maybe he's thinking, I've full cleared Pod. Where else can I look for a lot of items?
And I'm surprised that DoDeChehedron is still is checking these places over Death Mountain. Maybe he just forgot. You know, he gets the hammer gets the hookshot so late, doesn't even think about it.
Yeah, but I mean, if the hammer is in ice, then he would be racing to the end right now. So it's an interesting gamble for sure. But yeah, Death Mountain is very lucrative, and I guess what's interesting about this seed is they got hookshot and hammer so late, and you need hookshot to get hammer. So Death Mountain just really hasn't been on their radar too much.
No, they took out Hera and all these other places pretty early on.
Yep. Usually players will go to Death Mountain as soon as they can, and then once you're done with Death Mountain, you don't really need to come back. And most seeds, you do find that hookshot or that hammer early on. So I don't blame him, but this is not going to be a very fruitful endeavor for him.
So I'm not sure what that got DoDeChehedron. He just went in a circle there.
I like circles. It looks like he's gonna go hit those, the crystal switch there. Maybe he wants to keep it down so he can access the big chest.
I didn't see if he got the big key or not.
And he goes, he realized that he doesn't have it?
He looks at it. Yeah, he's gonna mirror out here.
This is definitely a battle between who remembers what they forgot first, in the wise words of Kanzeon.
Oh, and maybe he's gonna check hammer pegs here? You think he's gonna go Dark World hammer pegs?
He can't. He doesn't have the
Oh,
hammer.
he doesn't have hammer.
He's
yeah,
looking for hammer.
I'm thinking, yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna do
He's gonna do Skull Woods.
Skull Woods. Yeah,
Looks like jkoper's taking the route to, finish off Argus first.
Yeah, and then come back.
He needs to do anyways. I mean, it is required to beat Swamp Palace, so he's making progress here.
He is, but think of how much faster he could be going right now if he had just gotten all those chests in pod.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, his decision to go up to Death Mountain was fantastic. That saved him a lot of time. He's able to complete a lot of dungeons because of it, which is awesome. I mean, he'll just be left with Misery Mire. He can actually do everything else.
Luckily, he can't go into T-Rock without Bombos, so he won't have to trick himself that way, even if he checks everything else.
Right, and he's already done Skull Woods. He's already done Desert Palace. He knows.
Oh, look at the hover there by DoDeChehedron.
Awesome hover. Very nicely done.
That was... Yeah, DoDeChehedron said, I don't even care about these bombs. I know how to get across this.
Nice first Argus phase from jkoper.
Looks like he got him stuck a little bit on that animation, but 2 spins with the butter sword, and that'll finish him off.
Alright, and now we have a tie game on crystals here. 4-4.
Yeah, and jkoper can complete more of the dungeons. He's only missing Bombos for Mire.
Now it looks like he's gonna dip right back into Swamp Palace and collect the big chest and the West Wing. He also, unfortunately, now just unlocked access to the Fat Fairy, which we might see him do right afterwards. But that kind of puts him in the direction of pods. Maybe he'll go to pod afterwards. DoDeChehedron not finding value. Decides to check the Master Sword pedestal.
Even though he should know. Now you're a red... Oh, the red mail.
Oh, the red mail. That's a cool thing to see right there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to go out of their way for it, but...
I don't think I've seen that before. That's really cool.
I have not seen that before.
That was worth. Good job, DoDeChehedron.
Makes me happy.
Alright, so DoDeChehedron's gonna find 20 bucks here, and he's gonna realize, well, maybe this wasn't quite the right decision. Now where can I go?
Well, where can he go? He can check that first chest in Swamp, but aside from that, I think he has to go to Death Mountain. And there he is. He's realizing it.
Alright, we might see a go mode here shortly. But it's still anybody's game, because they are pretty tied up in terms of the crystal count.
Yep. DoDeChehedron will be able to blast through Swamp, though. But if jkoper gets Bombos, he'll be able to blast through Misery Mire.
Yeah, and I think it was a quick big key in Misery Mire.
I think so.
So, I mean, those might both go really quick. Looks like DoDeChehedron's going to do Light World first. So we might see it kind of towards the end of his Death Mountain excursion. And as I predicted, I think jkoper is going to go to that double-chested fairy.
Yeah, we can always hope that he will, he'll remember, hey, or think, hey, let me just finish pod, and he'll see that chest sitting there, and go get it.
I really hope so. I'll put both these players in go mode, and we will have quite the race on our hands. jkoper with some clever routing here, remembering that he has defeated Aghanim, can use the mirror with the big bomb and head through the Aghanim portal.
Looks like
DoDeChehedron's
immediately bomb jumping to get the spiral cave faster.
Nicely done.
Yeah, that's another one of those strategies that I didn't learn until after watching other people do it here.
Again, the randomizer creativity is just amazing to see. DoDeChehedron realizing he cannot activate that portal because he does not have the hammer.
Oh, jkoper's warping out. Where's he going?
Oh, man.
Okay.
Is he checking the Thieves Town big chest?
He should know that he doesn't need to. Hopefully.
He might not have tracked it. Hopefully he'll at least open the menu. Oh, hammer pegs.
Oh yeah, hammer pegs. I'd be completing dungeons that I could, you know, finish off pod, right? Because
I would do pod and ice because you have everything you need to complete those dungeons.
Well, ice is ice is a crystal. Yep.
It is indeed. And DoDeChehedron already went there, but he couldn't complete it. But I mean, obviously, all you need is really just the hammer and a fire rod or bombos. But this is a good check by jkoper. I mean, this is a spot that could definitely have bombos. DoDeChehedron gonna find hammer in one of the last chests he checks here in Death Mountain. And we see jkoper heading towards Palace of Darkness.
Oh, this could really be a race. If he gets this, finishes off Palace of Darkness, he'll be a crystal up. Swamp Palace is a pretty quick one, but... oh. It'll be close.
This is going to be a close one. It could even come down to Ganon's Tower Gambit. And there we go. DoDeChehedron is in go mode. I'm sure he's excited about that hammer. He is going to be racing through these dungeons now.
Yep. Too bad he already went through a lot of ice, but he'll be able to quickly go through that and, you know, quickly go through swamp.
All right, and here comes jkoper. Come on.
Notice the chest. Notice this chest.
Will he be able to?
It's right there.
It's right there. He's fallen down. This is a good sign.
Yeah.
This is a really good sign.
He's checking this one first. Hopefully he'll decide to check that other one, because if he does, he'll be ready to go.
He'll be super happy for it.
There he goes. Now, the race could also come down to the fact that DoDeChehedron has silver arrows, and jkoper does not.
Oh, good point, good point. Yeah, there are a lot of factors in play here. I mean, execution by both of these players needs to be on point, and their gamble in Ganon's Tower definitely needs to be on the right gamble needs to be there, because if one goes left, one goes right, one's pretty much going to win. That's going to determine it. But here we go, go mode for jkoper. Both of these guys are in go mode. They're going to be racing through these dungeons, cleaning up all these bosses. Ice Palace will go quick for both of them. I know both of them know the bomb jump. We saw it earlier from DoDeChehedron. See some awesome Stalfos bomb strats here. jkoper is blasting his way through Palace of Darkness with that Cane of Samaria. He's got the Mirror Shield to block these mimics.
Yep, just a matter of execution now, and DoDeChehedron falling a few times.
Seemed like he was trying to hover there, maybe. I don't know if he was trying to set anything up for the bomb jump or he was trying to hover, but...
And there he got it.
He's got the bomb jump. He's
Little
watched his
low-
health a little.
Yeah, a little low on hearts. If he gets hit by Cold Stare a few times, that could be pretty bad.
Now, these guys do have powder, and we saw him use it earlier, so hopefully we'll see it again. There's an anti-fair you can powder pretty much right before the Cold Stare fight.
I like that ice rod right there. Slows the item menu time, you know, nearest item menu that he can use to hit that pedestal, or the crystal.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And they're going to be doing these bosses almost at the exact same time.
Oh, yeah. This is a pretty hyped race. These guys are neck and neck right now.
Okay, DoDeChehedron checking the right side? What's in the right side here? I think arrows and a bomb, right?
I guess that's what he wanted.
Maybe he was thinking he could get some more magic. I know I've tried to check there for magic before because, you know, a few times I come down here and I don't have enough magic.
I actually didn't know what was there, so I'm glad you did. I guess I realized why you do.
Yep. But, oh, this is going to be quick. Nice job. Oh, almost. Ooh. And, oh, no!
Oh, no! He was on cape, ready to activate it. Cold Stare takes him out.
Oh, that's
He's going to have to go
so
through
rough.
Ice Palace all over again.
Oh,
that's a big time sink.
And hopefully if he's watching this VOD, he doesn't hate me too much, because I did call that about 30 seconds or 45 seconds before. Ooh.
Well, it looks like these guys are going to be in Ice Palace at the same time. jkoper is heading there now.
Yep. Luckily, DoDeChehedron's done some of the things with the keys, so he should have a slightly faster one, but... Oh, getting that fairy there.
That's brutal.
Yeah, Cold Stare
Still anybody's game. Still anybody's game. I don't think that changed the standing of the game. I mean,
no.
jkoper might be slightly ahead now, but man, there's still a lot of the game to go.
And Swamp Palace is fast. You know, DoDeChehedron's going to be able to fly through Swamp Palace.
Yeah, it really depends where that big key in Mire was. I don't remember exactly.
There's... Oh, thought he had it, but guess not. Next try.
There he goes.
Oh, no!
I jinxed it.
This is one of those situations where sometimes you get yourself... You're nervous and you're worried and you're thinking about things and it just... Every mistake just makes another mistake for you.
Oh, he's taking a lot of damage here. Really needs to make this bomb jump count. And there it is. Well done.
He gets it. He gets it.
Well done. jkoper is taking every foot he can from every inch that DoDeChehedron gives up. Bomb jump from jkoper. Looks good.
Oh, nice hook shot there to avoid the damage from the giant spiky thing.
Oh, nice.
That's a technical term, by the way. That's what we call it in the biz.
That's what we call it in the biz. Oh, nice. That's a technical term, by the way. That's what we call it in the biz. Oh, nice. That's a technical term, by the way. That's what we call it in the biz. Oh, nice. That's a technical term, by the way. That's what we call it in the biz. Oh, nice. That's what we call it in the biz. Now, hopefully, DoDeChehedron will powder this anti-fairy this time.
Go up one room and get that anti-fairy. Gonna take out the bunny fairy instead. Oh, never mind.
Well, he took it out in a different way.
So maybe he was looking for hearts last time and not... Actually, it's good to know that there's some magic there.
There's quite a lot of magic there, yeah. Learning something new every day. Alright, he's going for the big fight here. And jkoper is right behind him. These guys are fighting Cold Stare simultaneously.
Oh, looks like he got it this time.
Beautiful, beautiful execution of Cold Stare this time. Got him in the corner, knocked him out. He's got his crystal. Now it's jkoper's turn.
Yep, using the bombos and cape, it looks like.
Definitely a safe plan. He gets him in the corner, he knocks him out. That butter sword really coming in handy for both of these guys.
Yeah, the thing is, there's still those silver arrows. They make the Ganon fight faster. They make Ganon's tower faster, especially if you have to, fight the Ice Armos.
Made Vitreous faster for DoDeChehedron as well. Yeah.
If you're good with the Land Mollusk fight, those ice arrows or the silver arrows can work really well there too.
Right. And yes, Swamp Palace will be pretty quick here for DoDeChehedron, and Palace of Darkness is pretty much done. He just needs to go fight Helmasaur King. So those will be pretty quick dungeons for him, whereas Mire can be a bit time-consuming. It's just a matter of how jkoper routes through it and where the big key is.
Yeah, you're right, and it may come down to, as you said, who goes right and who goes left, where that big key is in Ganon's tower.
It's anyone's game.
That net's still sitting there, taunting us.
I'm sure he's looking at it a little more longingly after his spill in Ice Palace, but now he's got full health. I'm sure he'll be fine throughout the rest of the game. I've also seen some hovering strats from DoDeChehedron, so if he hovers Moldorm 2,
ooh, yeah,
or does anything else like that, I mean, that could definitely give him a leg up. Really depends if those things pan out for him.
I did like that swag hover in the forest, Lost Woods. Whatever is it called?
Skullwoods.
Skullwoods. I'm like, that's not the name of it.
jkoper playing it safe here with the cape.
And there's the big key.
There's the big key. I knew it was kind of early, so that is going to be a pretty quick mire here.
He's got a few dark rooms. Well, he's got the lantern, so they won't be super dark, but... And a Vitreous fight coming up.
Yeah, jkoper will be ahead here, I think, at the end of the day. As long as nothing goes too wrong. But, again, Ganon's tower. Right or left. If these guys go different ways, then it's anyone's game.
And just execution in the tower, too, even if they go the same way.
Absolutely.
You get a bad gauntlet, you have a bad Aghanim fight. All places you can lose time, or gain time.
And then, of course, there's that silver arrows factor.
Yep, and silver arrows is good for so many places, too. So.
Yeah, you can one-shot land Molus. Of course, Ganon speeds it up by a good minute or so.
You can speeds up the mimics a tiny amount. I don't think it really ends up impacting a lot, but
in a race like this, every second counts. Great cape strats here from jkoper. He's gonna have to fire 8 arrows into Vitreous.
Oh, and a nice,
be good to go.
Nice kill by DoDeChehedron. 1 round in that second phase.
Yeah, the fire rod quick kill is pretty amazing on Argus there. So they're picking up their crystals at the same time, but remember, DoDeChehedron does have to head over to Pod and clean that up. Alright, so DoDeChehedron fluting to 5, jkoper fluting to 1.
And early on, jkoper got bodied by those cabbages quite a bit. And still, a little bit.
I think you just cursed him again.
Gosh.
They wanted blood, those cabbages, man. Do you see them? They're all over the place.
Conspiring with the squirrels.
That's right. Alright, DoDeChehedron's just gonna fly through a pod here. It's really quick, actually, to get to Helmasaur King. If you don't have to do anything else. If you have the big key, you're just good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely cursing them. Oh, we know.
Yeah, every second counts here. Like here, you know, the silver arrows one-shot this guy, his mimics. Oh, and
all right, guys, get your guesses in. We're going to Ganon's Tower. What chest is the big key gonna be in? Let us know in the chat.
What's your prediction?
I'm gonna go. I'm not even gonna guess a number. I'm just gonna say tile room.
You were thinking what I was thinking. It's what we hope for, tile room.
That's the dream, man. Alright, so jkoper going left first, checking the torch.
Not even checking the chest there.
Interesting choice. Grabbing the key, and he is gonna go left.
Can you imagine if one of those first 2 chests has the big key?
He'll definitely be kicking himself, but I mean, he is ahead.
Making the money? Not that he needs it.
Making a burrito, too.
Oh, and he's mirroring out.
Ooh, cool decision. So he's gonna go check a bunch of chests on the left side, and
then go to the right side.
I think he's just gonna go full right side, yeah. Well, he's got some keys now, so he's not gonna be in trouble there.
So yeah, maybe he's gonna get those 4, clear out the right, hedge his bets. Not do the tile room, though.
He's skipping right through it. Well, DoDeChehedron just finished up Helmasaur King, had a really great fight. So let's see what his gamble is in Ganon's Tower. This is a really cool route from jkoper. I haven't seen this. Very different.
No, and it really kind of combines the both, you know? You get that first check on the left, And then you come over to the right. Another red bottle.
Yeah. I was wondering where all those bottles were. Looks like no value here on right side. Definitely gives DoDeChehedron a chance to catch up. If he basically goes left, those silver arrows could help him catch up quite a bit.
Yep. Yeah, if he goes left and doesn't go right at all, or if he goes into the tile room, it looks like he's going to take a... He's going to go light world and hammer peg down on T-Rock to get over to the dark world. I don't know which is faster.
I've heard most people say that the T-Rock path is faster by, like, a marginal amount of time, but...
But what if you have to do the hammer yourself? You haven't done it yet.
Right, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you, like, yeah. I don't know. T-Rock is fastest regardless. Okay. I trust Dark Magician. I trust Andy. Remember, guys, appearances can be deceiving. Those silver arrows. See the route that DoDeChehedron takes. So what chest are we on?
Oh, I don't know the numbers. He had such a crazy route. Let's see. 6, 7, 11, 12, maybe 13. I don't know. I've lost track.
I think normally that chest is number 13 because Bob is 14.
Okay.
So then it's like +4, right?
Yep.
So I guess that was 17. And so we have Bob's chest or Armos.
Oh, and Armos can be a lot faster if you have the silvers.
That's true. That's very true. This could be big for DoDeChehedron. Looks like he's going left-right at the moment. I mean, hopefully he doesn't go back to the right side like jkoper did. Really be interesting to see if they both do the same thing, but here's Bob.
Yeah, kill him.
You can't kill Bob. See? Bob's still around.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you can't kill Bob. Well, there's one way to kill Bob.
Didn't do it.
Oh, knocked down.
Pretty solid fight so far from jkoper here on Ice Armos.
DoDeChehedron skipping that one chest.
Interesting. That is going to save him a little bit of time. But that's not. That's unfortunate.
Yep. And one of those Armos chests did indeed have the big key.
Alright, so jkoper does have the lead here. Fortunately, he does have that mirror shield that they found way back at the bar bottle.
Yep, helping with those mimics, but the two arrows needed, definitely causing him a little bit more time. And causing him to miss that second mimic there in that room. If DoDeChehedron has some good execution, that's, you know, just a little bit here and a little bit there, you can make up.
Absolutely.
And you know how I said at the beginning, oh yeah, most seeds we don't see people winning by 20 or 30 seconds? This could be one of those seeds where we see someone winning by 20 or 30 seconds.
I think you're right. jkoper using some intentional fall down strats in that cannonball room to get iframes to get through there really quickly. Beautiful play. I like it.
Yeah, I'd heard about it, but I actually hadn't seen it done before, so I might have to start trying to do that in my practices. Oh, getting hit by a few of those BMOs.
Still pretty fine on health. I think he'll be all right. But yeah, it's slowing him down a little bit. See those silver arrows making quick work of ice armos. jkoper's still having a pretty solid gauntlet here. He's not letting up. Using those arrows to good effect. Doesn't need no silvers.
And let's see. Think he'll pull out the fire rod here, or just use his butter?
Butter is pretty effective. Looks like he's going for butter. Now, because he powdered the bunny beam there, it kind of makes the patterns on the land mollusk a little bit harder because they all like pop up at the same time in the first phase.
Oh, is that what happens? I didn't know.
Yeah. Yep. They start spawning immediately once you enter the room with the bunny beam. Now DoDeChehedron is entering the gauntlet. See how his goes. jkoper's struggling a little bit with these whiz robes, but he's getting there.
Yeah, still really close. I mean, jkoper's ahead, but those Ganon fights, the silvers and Ganon, ooh.
Do we still have Moldorm 2?
Oh, that could be, you know, you fall there, that could really set you back. Oh, I'm starting to get a little nervous here. It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be really close. This is so tense.
Oh, a nice switch to the fire rod there. Gives DoDeChehedron a quick finish, and he's gonna do fire rod strats for land mollusk.
Looks like it. Maybe paired with some sword hits.
Oh, there we go. 2 killed in the first round. That's nice. And there's the third one. So he definitely made up some time there.
Definitely did. He's creeping up on jkoper, but jkoper's already at the Moldorm 2 fight.
Oh! Knocked first, but looks like he's going to get this. There we go. Moldorm
nice
down.
Recovery. Well done. Will he take the validation chest? Or the Vitor chest, as we like to call it.
He does, and there's 20 rupees.
Does indeed. DoDeChehedron with a nice execution in that Wizrobe room. Flies like right through it.
Yep. And a nice room by jkoper with the mini Moldorms. Not mini Moldorms, mini Helmosaurs. And this Aghanim fight. Oh, that's a nice nice setup there. That first round. Oh, and another double hit.
Solid.
Nice geometry.
I think those counted as one hit.
I think so.
But
there we go.
Down.
That's 6.
Man, this is going to be close. But jkoper is entering Ganon first. And he has great magic right now. DoDeChehedron grabbing that 5 bomb upgrade. And here's where we'll see the difference between silver arrows and silverless strats.
Yep.
As we get a breakfast commercial from jkoper. We see bombs flying all over the validation chest.
He doesn't want any of that. Oh, and jkoper killed by Ganon.
Oh no, does he have a fairy?
He
does
does.
have a fairy. Oh my goodness, thank goodness for that.
But that still takes some time.
Whew. Come on, jkoper, you gotta stay alive, bro. You have all those red potions. Use them. There he goes.
Okay, 2 hits on Ganon so far with DoDeChehedron.
jkoper quickly
2
entering
more
into
hits.
the final phase of Ganon.
And 2 more hits. DoDeChehedron's done with Agate too. Oh. Really, really tight.
jkoper realizing, oh, I don't have silver arrows, and he misses the torch glitch. This is particularly bad for the silverless strats.
Oh. That's 1 hit so far. He's got the lead.
He definitely
He might
does.
be able to keep it.
I think with good execution, he's got this in the pocket. He just gotta keep it up. He's doing well. They're fighting Ganon simultaneously. DoDeChehedron entering into the second phase. Remember, he's got those silvers.
jkoper getting the spins off, but not getting that torch glitch was really, really rough.
Slows it down quite a bit. We see the floor breaking on DoDeChehedron's side. I think it's anyone's game now. Oh my goodness.
And I think jkoper's worried about running out of magic.
There's no torch glitch from DoDeChehedron as well.
Oh, 1 hit. Oh, this is tight.
This is so close. This is unbelievably close.
Oh. And it looks like DoDeChehedron's got it.
He's got Ganon down.
The silver
The
arrows
silvers pay off here.
Back, wow. And that torch glitch missed by both of them. Oh, that really hurt.
And DoDeChehedron is gonna come in here and snipe the win right from under jkoper with a finish time of 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 8 seconds. Holy smokes.
My goodness.
Congratulations to DoDeChehedron.
That was really back and forth. We had DoDeChehedron, he got the bombos first and the hookshot first, but then couldn't find the hammer. And that allowed jkoper to come back, and jkoper got a lead, and then the silver arrows making the difference in the end. That was huge.
Let's watch as jkoper finishes here, and then we'll get these guys in for an interview.
Oh, and it's got to be rough. Keeps hitting Ganon before the move, and
it's tough when you miss that torch glitch, because you really just you have a very small window in which you can get those hits off on Ganon. Come on, jkoper, I believe in you.
And I haven't been counting, but he's been getting bodied by those fire bats too.
He has been. He needs to clutch this out right now. He's running out of magic too.
There we
There's
go.
another
nice,
hit.
Nice hit.
Very nice.
Oh! The fire bat!
That is tragic.
That's almost soul crushing right there.
Looks like he's gonna go potion up.
Yeah, and do we want to get DoDeChehedron in here for a post-race commentary?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely get these guys in here. I think jkoper is so close to finishing. I kind of want to see him finish it out and then get these guys in here to chat. But let me grab him.
And jkoper using one of the potions there to fill himself up. I think he'll have it down this time. It's just missing that. Oh, where's he going? Oh, he's going for the silver arrow. Is going to just make it easy on himself.
Well, definitely not a bad plan.
He knows where they are. Ganon told him.
Hello, DoDeChehedron, and congratulations
Hello.
on your win. That was a very clutch and epic win there.
Yeah, I just pulled up the stream. Definitely looks like it was.
It was quite the race. jkoper did not find silver arrows, and he had actually beat you to Ganon, but was struggling a little bit with the silverless strategies, and that's what did him in.
Yeah, he missed the torch glitch. He was already on the final phase of Ganon, and just missing that torch glitch made it a lot harder for him to get those silverless hits in.
Wow, what a race.
Absolutely insane race, and what a seed! How did you feel about that one?
That was the best seed I've actually ever had. The one thing that was really bad about it was that looking for Hammer, it could have been in like 6 dungeons at any given time for a long time there until we found out it was up in the Hookshot Cave.
Right, Death Mountain was really just unavailable, which is usually a place, you know, you're able to check fairly early.
I'm pretty sure I went up there and then realized, oh wait, I don't have Hammer yet, so I can't unlock it from up there.
Ah, right.
So,
yeah.
So, what led you to putting it off for so long once you did get the hook shot?
It never came to mind. I had so many other things that I knew I could do first. But even at that, I probably shouldn't have entered some pendant dungeons as early as I did before checking that. But once it clicked, I realized, okay, there's like 15 chests on this half of the mountain. There's got to be something.
So jkoper here, I think he's saying he wants to do silverless either way, just to prove that he can.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he can.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better job on this run. Feels comfortable with his health and his magic, which is great.
I think he's just mad at Ganon. I'd be pretty mad at Ganon too.
Talking about breakfast and then, you know, shutting those torches off.
This was probably the worst execution I've had, but luckily I made some smart decisions, so that made up for it.
You definitely did.
Compared to other randomizers, at least.
Yeah, what was interesting is you went into Palace of Darkness without the hammer, and you managed to find some amazing items there that jkoper did put off for quite some time.
And that Bombos was required.
That's right, and he actually got the hook shot and left without Bombos, surprisingly.
Ooh.
So that was haunting him for quite some time. He did end up picking up the hammer before you, but Bombos was what was on his mind.
Yeah, it was really back and forth. You had the Bombos on the hook shot, but then he got hammer, but was still having to look for Bombos. And I think he caught up to you in Ice Palace, actually.
Yeah, that cold stare death. Oh man, I was yelling things on this end.
Don't watch the VOD, you'll be mad at me. I was saying something about it about 45 seconds before.
Oh man, now I switched to the cape with 1 heart left and just couldn't get it activated before I got hit.
And there, jkoper's finishing off Ganon. How many bonks do you think you got? It's about that time on your...
I'm gonna say, like...
Oh,
50?
jkoper.
Wow,
jkoper,
okay.
Please!
Did he stop? Oh no.
He's so mad at Ganon, he wants to kill him multiple times. And there you go, 34 bonks.
Oh wow, I felt like it was so many more than that, especially with the early boots.
I would recommend going back and watching it if you can bear it, because it was really tight and very exciting at the end.
You guys were going to completely different places, but you guys were kind of completing about the same amount, and you definitely surged ahead for some time, especially with the hook shot and the bombos. But then jkoper brought it back. He definitely brought it back with that hammer, and it was just a photo finish at the end. Unfortunately, you know, jkoper's still fighting Ganon now, but this was definitely a close one.
So that's a randomizer PB for me by 13 minutes.
Oh, congratulations!
So
Congrats.
I had a seed this good in every randomizer that I've played.
So what did you think about the red mail at the Master Sword?
You're a red elf. That gave me a giggle.
I've
So
never
I
seen
always
that
have,
before.
like,
It's so good.
I always have like the craziest thoughts in the back of my mind. Like, I knew I needed the hammer. That's the only thing I needed. I'm thinking like, okay, well, elves make toys, and they often use hammers to make toys. but as I'm dashing down, I'm like, no, that's definitely red mail. So that definitely made me giggle a little bit.
And jkoper getting an unfortunate hit from Ganon again, right when he was going to silver arrow him in the face.
Yeah, he is having some trouble with Ganon in this race, but he has some potions here, so he should be all right.
I think the worst thing going through my mind was the fact that in the Dark World Grove we got the ice rod.
And you were wondering about Turtle Rock.
Right, exactly.
I
And
promise
Turtle
we were
Rock-
cheering for that the whole time.
Turtle Rock was green pendant, and sriracha sauce tends to hold items that you need.
We were hoping that that hook shot would be it. Sahasra.
Oh, okay. That'd be interesting. Because you'd have to get hammer up. Because you couldn't get to Turtle Rock without hammer or hook shot.
Right, hammer would have had to be somewhere completely different
Yeah.
for that to work, but yeah, it would have been pretty cool to see.
And here we go. The second kill of Ganon by jkoper.
And there it is, jkoper finishing up with an SRL race time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 39 seconds. GG to jkoper. He's a trooper for heading over through that Ganon fight.
Yeah.
I respect that.
And he's had a great performance, definitely, throughout this tournament. Let me see if he's interested in interview here.
So yeah, I think we've got a potential tiebreaker situation.
Yep. If
jkoper beats Kroya here, we're gonna have a 3-way tie, which is really exciting.
Oh, man.
I'm sure you're cheering jkoper on now that you've
Absolutely.
defeated him. So, what would you do to prepare for such a hype race?
Probably just watch a few more randomizers, see what potential things can happen. By this point, I've mostly encountered every major bad thing that can happen, so hopefully we don't go down that road.
and we have jkoper in here with us now.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Hello.
GG.
Thanks. Yeah, congrats, Dode.
Thank you. That was a really good race.
Yeah, apparently, I guess, since we were on Ganon at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So did you have the silver arrows?
I did.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay.
That was
Yep.
the difference.
Yeah, that would help. Also, you probably, you probably got bombos sooner than I did, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
He did,
I got that on my first trip.
but you actually passed him and got to Ganon first.
Okay.
So it was just tight, and I think it was the silver arrows there, and it was just very tight at the end. Very tight.
I mean, just really unlucky routing, and then what killed me at the end was missing the torch glitch, which was just really inexcusable. I just wasn't focusing. I hit the button a bunch of times, but before it was close to done going off, before the last tile was gone. So, yeah, and I'm not experienced enough to do a really good job without the torch glitch, and I don't typically count my spins when I'm hitting Ganon. So I was nervous about running out of magic and stuff, and then trying to improvise, whatever. That was just taking way too long. I don't know if I still had a chance to beat him if I had gotten the torch glitch, and if I wouldn't have had to worry so much, but
I think it would have been seconds.
Yeah, it would have been seconds. And I don't know who would have taken it, but it would have been seconds.
Yeah, it definitely would have been.
I had a really bad fight for having silver arrows. I missed torch glitch. I missed several shots.
torch glitch is not important in Silver Arrows. Don't listen to any announcer that tells you it is. So
I had my fire rod out though. I didn't even have my silver arrows out. I didn't even think about that.
no, I mean that's what the start button is for.
Yeah. Kind of fat finger that one.
But maybe someday we'll get the LNR item switch when people are stop being convinced that item selection is an interesting part of the game, because it really isn't. But yeah, I don't know. It's all three of my races have been silly little things. Well, yeah, pretty much. The
well,
last
either
one
way, it was
took
it was
chances.
really entertaining race because it was a roller coaster. Because I think DoDeChehedron might have taken a slight lead, towards the early part of the game. He did find boots first, and then you came in, jkoper, and you managed to find the hammer before DoDeChehedron did, and it definitely felt like you were ahead. I mean, obviously you'd missed that Bombos medallion, but you found it basically as you were completing all the dungeons that you were doing, and you ended up getting about a dungeon lead on DoDeChehedron. It was a real roller coaster there.
I had a dungeon lead and I lost that.
Well,
you checked
half a dungeon
You
because
checked.
of pod.
You checked right side. You checked right side of Ganon's tower, and that might have cost you about like the other half. So it was like neck and neck there in Ganon's tower.
I think it was a half a dungeon because what DoDeChehedron had to do is he had to go finish pod at the end, but he had already cleared out all of the chests at that point.
Yeah, I just went straight to Helma.
That's a fair point.
But yeah, actually that was an interesting strategy. I had not seen that before, where you go left and then go back right. I actually really liked it, even though it didn't work out.
Yeah, I stole it from Miramon. You can't say it. You can't base it on results over one attempt. That's for sure.
Right.
So
I really liked it though. I thought it was a pretty nice play in general.
yeah, I think it's good because it can be a pain getting out of that skeleton room, and then it's really not that far in. And you check. Like the thing that's bad about the right side is like you have to have a key, and you don't want to wait for the tire room to have a key, and going down the left side and then going down the right side feels weird because there are those going down the left side and then going down the right side feels weird just because there are those chests that are so close to the beginning.
Right.
If you're gonna grab the key under the pot or something, you might as well go one room farther and check those 4 chests.
I just realized I never checked the 2 firebar chests.
You skipped the fire bar.
You were wondering if you were just kind of gambling there.
Yeah, I completely forgot that.
Oh, the map room, you mean?
Yeah,
Yep.
The one that you have to spend a key just to check that one.
yeah, that
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
That was fortunate.
4 deaths. What the heck? I know where I died. I died. Man, those are ridiculous. Like, okay, so I've died in fake flippers this way once before, so it wasn't completely unexpected that I died that way. But it, like that stupid arrow, and I was like 1 swim stroke away from being safe, and that arrow hit me. That was really frustrating.
Oh man.
There were so many Bible thumps in chat.
Yeah.
Everybody was so sad about that one.
And then the rocks on top of Death Mountain. I mean, they're always like that. I'm not even sure why.
I mean, the squirrels and the cabbages bodied you really hard.
Yeah.
They bodied both of you.
Yeah, I got bodied
really
as well.
hard
last
in
trip.
the seed. They were especially troll in the seed. But it was an epic and awesome race regardless. You guys definitely owe it to yourselves to watch back as like the race was on in Ganon's Tower. It was really epic.
And I think DoDeChehedron is going to really be cheering you on in your next race.
Oh,
Good
I'm
luck.
sure he will be. I'm a bit disappointed. I don't think that I necessarily deserve to be playing a spoiler role here. Just a combination of things have worked out that
Well, just good luck and have fun.
Yeah, that's the most important part, is having fun with it.
yeah. I mean, Korea and I have raced a ton of times at this point, like dozens of times almost. Not quite sure. And they're usually very close races. I think at this point he's maybe gotten a little better than me. I'm not very motivated to like learn any new tricks between now and then, that's for sure. But I will do what I can. I'm just gonna to play my best and
Just
hopefully
play
not
and
have
have
stupid things happen.
a good race. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're excited for it, and I know the chat's going to be rooting you on because they want to have that awesome 3-way race.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Chat doesn't care about anything other than interesting 3-way races. Oh, they probably care about some other things too. But
No, I got someone in my chat saying that I'm gonna always check Ice Cave from now on. That's just not true. Yeah, just because there's some, just like that. It's absolutely ridiculous in Palace of Darkness that 2 of the chests that are like 80% keys did not have keys in them. Like the 20 rupee, and then the Bombos medallion. Yeah. What the heck is that?
that was pretty insane. It was a crazy seed for sure. You guys were without hookshot and hammer for the longest time.
Yeah. Did he do the same things that I did, basically? Like, did he check almost everything else before going to darkness?
I think you guys checked most of the light world, but now he got the hookshot and bombos early, but he just forgot to check Death Mountain for the longest time.
Yeah, the hammers would got me for the longest time.
Yeah, that's where you gotta go when you get the hookshot. Like, in this logic, for sure.
It was Bombos versus Hammer, and I mean, not having Hammer kind of prevents you from clearing a lot of stuff. So, jkoper, you were able to make up some good ground by, hammering your way to success there. So, it was a really fascinating race to watch. As I said, it was a roller coaster. You guys were switching off the leads. It was really hard to tell who was in the lead, and we didn't see Hammer for so long that it was anyone's game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So great job, guys. Awesome showing.
I think if someone good plays this seed, it's like sub 130 or Yeah, right around there.
Yeah, this was definitely a sub 130able seed from a good player. For sure.
And all you had to do was do darkness in one sleep and do it as early as possible. So, yeah, I mean, I would have saved a ton of time on swamp and all the things I checked before I got bombos, basically. All just garbage.
I know a lot of people, even some of the good players, don't like to check pod early. Or at least, maybe not the best ones, but I know a lot of people don't like to check it early. So
Yeah, without the hammer.
Yeah.
When you don't have the hammer.
I can understand, though, when someone comes off the pyramid and gets the moon pearl, like, you might be tempted to go to pod. I don't know. But I went to catfish, half for the reason that, you know, it's always fun to keep the music going as long as you can. But also because I would want to put off pod until I found the hammer, because, you know, it can be ridiculous to go there and then find out later the hammer was in some easy location. But then, you know, I forgot I had mitts for a second there, which is why I warped back to 4, and then, you know, took the castle warp again. And I was gonna go to pod. That would have been amazing if I just forgot a little longer and actually went there. Man. Yeah, I wouldn't have had the lamp, but I think I would have survived. I'm not sure. Can be questionable in there for sure. In the maze. I wouldn't have left after bombos, but going in there and pulling out the hook shot would have been fun.
That would have been pretty sweet.
Validation check.
Yeah, let's we probably got to wrap things up here in a second. Let's talk about that validation chest there at the end. What's going on? What's going on with these bombs? I saw it done in a race before,
so it looked fun, so I did it.
What'd you do?
I dropped a bomb on it, then once I got up the stairs, I threw another bomb on it.
Okay. Yeah.
So much disrespect.
I did something yesterday afternoon that no one commented on. That I heard. I mean, maybe they commented on it in commentary, but not to me or anything. But like, I wasn't really looking for anything, but I had already lost. So I checked the 2 chests by the Helmosaurs, not looking for anything, and then I checked the chest in the room with the the Anafarian stuff right before Moldorm, and then I didn't check the validation chest. So just like purposefully checking the ones before it and not after it.
Just to add some disrespect.
Yeah.
I like it.
What was in it?
20 rupees.
Right.
I was hoping for silver arrows, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I was maxed out. I had butter sword, silvers, and blue, and I knew that red was in.
Yeah. There were 2 bottles with red potions in Ganon's tower, too.
That was really cool to see. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I do also want to highlight one really cool thing that DoDeChehedron did in Skull Woods.
Oh, yes.
Was hovering over the pit to the big chest. That was a pretty nice thing to see.
I switched the bomb and then threw it because the mini Moldorm was in the way and then just hovered.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious and amazing.
So I want to make one last closing remark, though.
Sure,
this may or may not have been my last race, so I just want to say thank you to everybody, because this has been a really awesome event that everyone's put together. A lot of fun. Like, I basically just picked up the randomizer when this tournament started. But I mean, I've been speedrunning this since the start of this year, so it came a little more naturally, and it definitely was a lot of fun seeing improvement as time went on. Sometimes seeds go well, sometimes they don't. Regardless, it's fun every time I've done it. So, thank you, everybody.
Well, thank you for being in the race and giving the viewers something fun to see.
Couldn't have said it better. jkoper, any closing comments here?
I don't know. Disappointing result in this tournament. Looking forward to the new one. Hopefully, or to the next one. Hopefully, the randomizer gets more interesting by that point. And,
I think everyone's getting super hyped for Randomizer these days, so
yeah.
I'm sure we'll expect to see another tournament, and it'll be exciting to see you join in again.
Everyone be sure to watch the Zelda 1 randomizer tournament too. So, constant matches in that one as well.
Definitely. We have a number of awesome tournaments going on here on Speed Gaming, so definitely tune in. We don't have any more Zelda Randomizer for you tonight, but I do want to remind you guys to follow both of these runners. You can see the links in the chat. These guys put on an awesome show for us, a really close race. Fantastic job to both of you. And hopefully we'll see, a little more of you in the tournament, DoDeChehedron. And of course, we'll be looking forward to your last match, highly in anticipation of that, jkoper. So
yeah, I think jkoper's at Wednesday at 1 a.m. It looks like. So if you can stay up for that, at least for me, that's a little late, but everyone else, I think that's the next match. So enjoy.
Indeed. So that's going to be it for us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.